Okay, so today there's going to be, I'm going to try and do 4 portfolio reviews, Discord critiques, and then, hey, thanks for that follow, man. And then I also want to talk about what I'm trying to do in Houdini right now. So, McDaddy, what's up, dude? Hey, Reeds. So let's start with Houdini because it's a pretty straightforward thing. Excite. Bozer, what's up? Oh yeah, that load. Hello. Okay. So I just got a hold of Houdini Indie last night, just because I'm like, it's time. I want to mess with it more. So you remember we were making this piece here in ZBrush. This is actually the model directly from ZBrush. So this is just like an OBJ. It's really high poly. Oh, I closed ZBrush, so I can't just open it up. So when you look here, like when you think about it as like a chain of hierarchy here. So we've got the arch here. Let me make it visible. You can see it here. If we go inside of that, you have the actual OBJ itself. So up here on this top bar, thanks to Sai, DiNusty. That's amazing. So up here they have, not recently, but they've been updating the games development tab. So you won't see the tab up here. You have to go to this little plus here and then go to shelves and then try and navigate to it. Game development toolset, you check that and then it'll have you, the toolbar will show up. Then you'll have a update toolset button here. You click that and then it'll ask you to restart Houdini. And then when you restart it, you'll have all these buttons here. So what I've done, you've been able to do this for a while in Houdini, but it's nice because they've handled a lot of it for you now. So the flow is you bring in your high poly OBJ. You use their where's it at? Voxel mesh. So this voxelizes the mesh, which is just like if you were in ZBrush and you did a Dynamesh. So if I click that, you can see you get when you click on that node, this makes the node visible or live in the viewport, and then selecting it, you'll get all your properties here. So there's resolution presets. Mid is pretty good. If we go up here and go to shading and then smooth shading, you can see what it's done. Just like it's like a low resolution Dynamesh. So I'm doing this in order to seal up all the gaps and create a single mesh. Kurt, what's up, man? How you doing? Hey, Andrew. Very mad? I hope you're not too mad. How's it going? So we have this pretty enclosed mesh. It holds some of the details quite well. Like you have this little inset area here. Just to answer the question on the Houdini being expensive, if you're making under 100,000 a year, it's like a little over $270 a year. If you do for 4 years or for 2 years, it's like 26% off of that. Doubled, but 26% off. It's not bad, man. So this is the indie license. So I've voxelized a mesh, and then you can assume that this poly reduce is the same as decimation, right? So if you right click in here or hit tab and then type in poly, you can see you've got all these options. You want poly reduce. I click that and then I put the output to 3,500 triangles. Because initially it's percentage based and you can just switch it to exact amounts. So if I preview that, now you have this. So this is pretty good. I'm already excited. McDad, I totally understand, man. You can also press guides section, additional information. Oh, nice. I'll have to. Huh. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I still have a lot to learn in here. I'm doing really basic things. The next one up is they have an auto UV tool. So when you click these, they just show up in here. You just plug the poly reduce node into this auto UV, and then let's visualize that. And then if you do Control 2, you'll this will initially be set up like a perspective. So Control 1, Control 2, 3. See, it's just adding more views. So you also see the properties of, like, the more direct properties of the node you have selected will be up top here. So let's go and change this view to UV viewport, and you can see that it's already did an unwrap. I just did a UV auto seam. I think the grain tolerance is initially at 0.1, and when you move that around, it'll just update your UVs dynamically. Then the next one is soften normals. So with this node, I mean, it's pretty obvious, right? You wanna make all of your normals smooth, so the entire asset is smooth. But then you want to crease the normals on the UV islands. So in this node, you can just say 180 for soft angles, and then you just check this box that says harden UV seams. So wherever there's a seam in your UVs, you get a hard edge. And then the magic happens in this node right here. So up here you've got Simple Baker. If I click this, you can choose your resolution, and then the path. So this would be like the name of the asset, and then the channel that's baking out, so base color or normal, will be replaced with this text. And then this is where it's going to save. And then if you need to export out the mesh as well, you can check this and tell it where the OBJ needs to go. It's weird because I'm not sure why I put, like, it was giving me the example to put .obj at the end of this, but when I go and look at it, it's an FBX, so it's .obj, but the file's an FBX, so I probably just need to remove that part of it. But I'm just going to leave it alone because this is already processed. So once this has all happened, let's click this one to preview this asset. I'll turn the wireframe off. And it's not the perfect way to view it because it's pretty bright, but this is what happens after you're like, you say vertex color, normal map, and ambient occlusion. You can go and make sure it's milk tea tangent space. You can point to a cage. The cage could be even built in here. You could take this mesh, inflate it. Hey, thanks for the follow, monkey. You can inflate it and then connect it right back up using a reference. Yeah, so I've chose all those things, gone to the channels, picked all these, and then when you go to the top here, you hit render, it'll bake out all your maps, and then it even puts them in the folder. I'll start Unity up so you can see. It puts them in the folder that you've pointed to, including the FBX file, and I just drag those straight into Unity, and yeah, they're basically good to go. What's happening? Panko, what's up? How you doing? Let's see here. Let me just turn this off. I'm just waiting for Unity to start up. After this, we're going to start looking at portfolios. I got at least 4 to go through, and then we'll do whatever we can as far as Discord critiques goes until 12. It's 10:30 right now. Okay, so these are the meshes with just I just put a default standard shader. I'm good. It's a good Saturday to just be doing things. So I just put a default shader, Unity shader. The metallic is just, or the roughness map is using just the stone temple material, and then I've input the normal map of the one that's baked out, and then the ambient occlusion. You can take a look at the ambient occlusion. It's pretty interesting. This is what's coming out of Houdini, and it's got some grain to it. Like, you can obviously turn that up. I'm sure if I go further into that node, because they pre-compute the node for you, they put it all together for you, so you're just doing some check marks and then some check boxes and then baking it out. So yeah, so this shader is just ambient occlusion right now, normal map, and then metallic, and then I put the detail normal is the stone, this stone tileable normal, and if you look at it, it holds up pretty well. Let's just drag one out here. It's not bad, and you can see the detail normal is helping with holding up the, like if I, let's see if I can just, so if I make the detail normal 0, this is why detail normals are so important. See the surface there? But if I go in and like even just tiling it once, there's so much more information in there. And this allows you to kind of fake maintaining nice resolution. So anywho, that's kind of, I'm not making a game, Andrew. I'm just dinking around and making art and learning things with you guys, of course. So that's kind of what I've been dabbling with. This was just last night. Dude, it's super fun. Like I even did I did the pillar, but I need to do some changes to it because I don't like how the geometry is being generated, especially in the center area. It's trying to like encompass all that info, so you can see like the wireframe looks pretty rough. Like if I just remove these or have the voxel mesh smooth that area out before generating the low poly, it'll be cheaper automatically. But yeah, okay. Now that I've shown you that, I'm going to start portfolio reviews. I'll be right back. Oh, one more thing before I forget. Where is it at? You can see I was looking at good old Michael Pavlovich. That guy's amazing. Let me kill this. Oh yeah, temple stuff. So if you go to the Notion page, our Empire Command page has now been updated. I haven't even told the moderators this yet. I just did this right before the stream. If you go to stream schedule now, you'll be able to see an updated calendar based on when I'm streaming, and then if I know what I'm going to be streaming, it'll be noted here. So, eyes. All right, I'll be right back.